A very good morning to all. Today's topic, what we are going to discuss is the tenses. It is something really very important for you to know tenses when you are doing English language. So, to begin with this, let's start it. Coming to the introduction part. Now, what are tenses? The word tense is derived from Latin word tempus, which means time. A verb indicates the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form. It tells us when an action takes or took place or will be taking place. So, based on time frame, the verb tenses may be categorized according to the following way: present tense, past tense, and the future tense. Coming to the present tense first. What is present tense? It expresses an unchanging, repeated, or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now, the present moment. It can also represent a widespread truth. Past tense expresses an action or a situation which started and finished in the past. And future, as the name implies, it tells us what is going to happen in future. Now, based on aspect, verb tenses may also be categorized according to aspect. Aspect refers to the nature of the action described by the verb. Now, this tells us what is actually the state of the verb. Is it completed? Is it still progressive, or it was started and then completed, or still continuing? So it is divided into four: indefinite or simple, continuous tense, perfect tense, or perfect continuous tense. Indefinite tense, we also call them simple tenses. The three indefinite tenses or simple tenses, they describe an action but do not state whether the action is finished. They don't tell us that the action is completed or not. Second comes the continuous tense. As the name implies, it tells us that the action is still continuing, it is unfinished. The perfect tense. The three complete tenses or perfect tenses describe a finished action. Perfect continuous. Now, it is the combination of continuous and the perfect tense to describe an action which was in progress and then finished. So, there are 12 possible verb tenses: present tense, past tense, future tense, which are further divided into 4 tenses each: present indefinite or simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, then past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous, future indefinite or simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Here is the list of rules of these tenses. Now, we'll discuss them one by one. Now, simple forms. First form. Simple present tense always takes the first form of the verb, but if the subject is singular, then in the verb we either add s or es. Present continuous tense is MR plus verb's first form plus ing. For example, he is playing, I am playing, they are playing. Then perfect forms, they take have or has. With singulars we use has, and with plurals we use have, but there is an exception for this rule. With I we always take have and the third form of the verb. This third form is common for all the three tenses. In perfect forms, we should always remember to put third form of the verb. Then perfect continuous tense, perfect progressive tense takes have and has from perfect tense and ing from the continuous tense, as it's the mixture of these two tenses. So have, has, then one more word been is added here. Please do not confuse this with being. Being is used only in the change of voice, active and passive voice, but here in tenses we use the word being plus first form of the verb and ing as we use in continuous tense, as he has been working in this school since last year. Then past tense, simple past tense, we always take second form of the verb irrespective of the subject, whether the subject is singular or plural. We always use second form of the verb, as we say I played, he played, they played. Then coming to the continuous tense, he was playing, they were playing, I was playing. But then again there is an exception for this rule. In some sentences you might find it is written I wish I were the PM of the country. Now whenever such type of sentences come, these are called optative sentences. When we are wishing something, that time we can use were with I. Otherwise in general we use I was. Then again for the perfect form, third form is common, as I told you before. Third form is used in all the tenses, but here irrespective of the subject, had is used. As in present tense we have to choose from has and have, but in past perfect tense always had plus third form of the verb comes. Then taking the combination of perfect and continuous tense, we have perfect continuous tense. So here we use had, we take from the perfect verbs first form and ing here, and been is common for all three, present, past or future. Been is added in perfect continuous tense. Coming to the future tense, will and shall. Now see, you can take will with all the subjects, but shall is taken only with I, we and they. So even if you take will with I, we and they, you are not wrong. So it's better make a habit to use will only. You can leave shall. I will go, first form of the verb. I will be going, future continuous tense. Now here again have is there, as we have had fixed for the perfect form of past, we have fixed for the future. Everywhere you'll find have. They will have left the house. Now third form of the verb and have is we have taken here. Now perfect continuous tense. Now again from perfect continuous, perfect form we'll take will have, and continuous first form of the verb and ing and been as such. So future tense will become he will have been residing in this house for 5 years in this March. So I hope these all rules are very clear for you for today. Rest we will do the next time.